Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is a message for the collective about career and finances. Almost like it's a little bit hard to speak, a little bit hard to express, or just tired. A certain dynamic got someone or the collective weary, tired. There is nothing else to say, or nothing to be done, nothing else to be done, or nothing else to say. But that pertains, I believe, to another message. Maybe for another day, or maybe for maybe this belongs to a message that I already posted. Strange, but yes, this, what I just mentioned, belongs to a reading, a message that I have already posted. Not sure which one. Follow your intuition if that resonates, and if you feel it's going to help you in any way, and go to my old messages, the ones prior to this one, from a month ago is what I hear, and see what you can find over there. If that helps, what Spirit here says is that message has a lot of red in it. A lot of red in it. Interesting. Okay. Now, this is a message about career and finances. I have been receiving some information right here, and I draw a rainbow, which here says rainbow/enlightenment. Career and finances. How should we start this? I'm going to read you these words/phrases related to the message. Then we're going to pull some cards, and we're going to start channeling more information around this. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth signs, the diamond ray, the 12 archangels, an army of demons trying to stop the collective, unsuccessful plans. Always choosing oneself leads to successful outcomes. Exorcism in religion. Books written about it. Aries full moon, Taurus full moon. I believe here what I wanted to say is the period between. Actually, not necessarily is what I hear. We will get there. A harsh period coming to an end. Career and finances. Related to the axis between Gemini and Sagittarius. Chiron, fog, confusion, the wounded healer. The fog being related to not trusting self enough, the centaur. And then I got this rainbow/enlightenment little drawing. Okay, let's put some cards. We're going to use today the Spirit Animal Oracle. It's been a while since I used this oracle. Speaking of which, we begin, it's part of the message. It's been a while since you have been in a certain energy. It's been a while since you allowed yourself to trust yourself fully again. You know that feeling when I just fully trust myself and I go for what I say. That's the key to success here in career and finances. And not only, even if it's not only in this message is focused on career and finances for the collective. So what I'm understanding here is your confidence is coming back online. It is almost like a natural energy solidifying within self. A natural, confident energy solidifying within self related to the diamond ray and the 12 archangels, which I channeled. The diamond ray and the 12 archangels. What is this supposed to mean? Well, the diamond ray, we know the diamond. The diamond is, if I'm not mistaken, the most solid material there is on planet Earth. Maybe they discovered something more solid than the diamond, more stronger, more solid, but as far as I know, it is one of the, let's put it like that, one of the strongest elements, one of the strongest materials there are out there. And if we are to translate that into us embodying real confidence, that's huge, right? Basically, the confidence that's settling in the collective I'm reading for is hard to perforate, hard to penetrate by outside forces. Isn't that something we should all aspire to achieve within ourselves, within the self? And as this energy is settling in our vortex, the fog disappears. If there was any confusion, any wound still left around trusting self, it is done. It is done, it's gone. And this might happen around Aries full moon, which, again, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's on October 6th. I even had the hour written somewhere, 10 or 11 p.m. Central Time. I'm not sure. Anyhow, October 6th. This might happen. The activation for this to take place already happened with the eclipses that we just had, and it reaches its peak, the energy. Let's see, it reaches its peak around Aries full moon. Oh, okay, I got it. So imagine we have been planting the seeds, the foundational seeds of this energy during the eclipse passage we just had. Then with the Aries full moon, around the Aries full moon, we are going to get in touch with the peak of it. So basically, imagine it like this. Let me draw it here for you. So eclipse, Aries full moon, the peak and the foundation, and here we have Taurus full moon, which is going to act very much as the body of this energy. So Aries eclipse passage was the foundation, and the Taurus is the body of it. It looks like this. So during the eclipses we set the foundation. During the light changed a little bit. Around the Aries full moon we are going to get in touch with the peak of it, and then until the Taurus full moon we are going to build the body of this confidence. Not sure how it's going to play out, but this is what I'm being given, and it's beautiful. You see these energies. Why it takes a little bit of time for them to integrate in ourselves or to receive them. It is because they are so strong, diamond strong, that not sure how it manifests in your lives individually, but it's almost like earth-shaking, earth-shattering type of experiences, right? So the eclipses were, one was in Pisces, one was in Virgo. Sun and Moon. Interesting. Sun and Moon, partial, full. We reached some sort of equilibrium here in ourselves with this two, in our foundational self, if you want. Aries full moon, probably, I don't know if we will see if I'm mistaken or not, but Aries full moon, Taurus full moon, they are full moons only. They are not just as intense as the eclipses were. It is correct, especially compared to the eclipse, the full moon eclipse in Pisces. That came with a tsunami. That came with a tsunami. Now, what else we have here? The 12 archangels. What are these 12 archangels? 12 by 12, 144. Probably the whole spiritual world heard about this 144 frequency. Some say they are people. Let's see what we get in this message in particular today related to the career and finances reading we are doing. 12 by 12, 12 by 12, 144. As I'm being shown, these 12 archangels, basically, they are related, archangelic energy, they are related, it is related to the diamond ray energy, which we already established. It is a very strong, powerful vibration, which we receive step by step, drop by drop, because otherwise probably we would disintegrate. We would go nuts or something. As we around Taurus full moon, what's going to happen is, in some, not in many, all these 12 archangels, the frequency of 144 will settle in a visceral, at a visceral level, at our core, will settle, and we become super strong in our energies, as we established already. This is just for some. The others are really getting this energy, but again, it's related to so many factors here, to your soul purpose, to where you find yourself in life. If it's it is almost like the divine here comes and takes our pulse here, right? How much can you take? How much can you take now? Yes, it's exciting, but how much can you take now? Okay, as we integrate these archangels, demons are leaving our existence, our vortexes, and this can manifest in so many ways. This is related to when I mentioned exorcism in religion. Yes, this might be the last step for many in getting in touch with their archangelic power, which is a very balanced energy, very balanced energy. I stumbled upon a video the other day which was talking about books written about exorcism in religion, and as I was watching that video, I felt a demonic presence, a huge demonic presence on the within. And I started thinking, man, am I being exorcised now? By this, just by getting in contact through a video, not even physically, with these books written on exorcism. Little did I know that actually there is an entity, if you want, an egregor, which is programmed in us from a young age, telling us that if you go outside of this belief system, this religion, that religion, you will be cursed. You will be by your family, by a family member. It's almost like a curse is being placed on you if you step outside a specific religion. In these families that are in these families that are super religious, there is always someone which is exaggerating, right? It's fanatic almost, and in a sense they carry the, how can I put this into words, Spirit? This is the curse of the light worker, to embrace all there is with love. And not even the strongest of the curses can succeed in that case. But in order to embrace all there is, you have to do the work What I'm trying to say is you cannot force this. You cannot force yourself to accept and to love, to accept with love all there is, right? If I have a huge anger and rage towards towards the family, towards the religion, towards something in the world, it's not going to work. I have to go towards that rage and fury to feel it, to understand it, to allow it time. Maybe it takes, I don't know, it takes me couple of times to move over it, to go over it until it's settled. Yeah. Now, next, we are going to come back to this exorcism because I believe there is a little bit more over there to be said. A harsh period of time coming to an end, or a harsh period coming to an end. This can definitely be related to the finances. finances and Gemini energy now. Finances and Gemini energy. Now we can get back to this exorcism in religions. You see, Gemini is the curious sign. Gemini is the one that talks, the one that is very witty, very smart, very intelligent, very curious again. Curious about everything, right? Non-judgmental sign, I would say, also as a balanced Gemini, someone that's balanced, and it's a Gemini. Yeah, you see, now I have issues with bringing this idea out, because the idea is that this exorcism somehow was made to stop freedom of speech. This demon, this egregor, these people that created these curses, created an egregor, created a demon. A curse is being placed on you automatically as you leave. Indeed, the religious side of the things. Oh God. And maybe a curse is being placed automatically on your finances as a result. Is this true? In this case, it is very true, and it applies to light workers in general. Can we ask for a definition for the light worker in this case? A light worker is someone that's meant to embrace everything with love and to bring people together, not to create any separation of any sorts. But remember, there is a journey together. Okay. Very interesting message tonight. The lightworker journey we can call it the alchemist journey now. The alchemist journey has a rule. One of the most important rules is always choose yourself. That will lead you to successful outcomes. This is not one and the same with selfishly choosing yourself when you from the perspective of a selfish person, right? If you are someone that, how can I put this, Spirit? Bear with me. Yeah, Spirit here is saying there is no purpose here to just to bring into our conversation selfish people or other people that are not on the path on this journey. If you are watching my channel, you are on this alchemist journey, or you are about to enter the alchemist journey, right? And so you will see, and you know what I'm talking about. Choosing yourself leads you to successful outcomes, because those outcomes automatically is going to turn you back to love, which will allow yourself to become the bringer of light, to become part of the divine plan, to become part of the divine plan indeed. But it is not an easy journey. And maybe they try to make a U-turn, or they will try to make a U-turn, but once it's activated, once this journey starts, it cannot be stopped. It cannot be stopped. But what we have also to keep in mind is we are held in the hands of the divine here during this period of time. The key here is not to give up or to give in, right? Okay. Now let's pull some cards. We are going to enter a dynamic through these cards. So this is a message about taking into consideration that we talked about light workers, alchemists, career and finances, and full moons and eclipses. I believe this is a message about the dynamic between you and probably someone else, or related to your career and finances, or you and a job opportunity, an offer, your soul purpose, your alchemist journey. What else? You and the community. Oh yeah, you and the community. There is also this stigma what wants to come true, guys. This is nuts, you man. Somehow, as you distance yourself from religion, and again I hear we are set up. It's not sure what this we're set up again is. Hopefully it will come. There is a stigma on communities. Here is what I'm getting. Religions, they don't go too deep, right? If you are part of a church or of a religion of sorts, they don't go, they stay surface level. And if you go in a spiritual community, these people, they are the opposite of that. The real ones, right? We're not talking here about the bad apples. They are the opposite. And now you might want to ask who the real exorcist is. Not to say that there is a place in time and space for staying more surface level or coming up to the surface to take a breath of air and to allow whatever needs to settle by doing so. But the real work of the alchemist is to go in an adventure, in the adventure of their lives, to discover what is hidden on the ocean plateau, in the deepest caves of planet Earth, on top of the tallest mountains, and between the thickest of the clouds. And then indeed you become this all-loving, all-appreciating individual. Okay. Interesting. Bad spirit. A rebirth is assured. Number 5. And my camera is about to die. I don't usually bring up angel numbers, but I just saw 3011 might be of significance. 3011, or this might be significant date in November 3rd, November 30th. I'll change the battery. I'll be right back. Okay. November 30th. Maybe I should just write it here down. November 30th or 3rd. 3rd, I believe. Maybe it's even in 2026, not even in 2025. This date might be of significance. Okay. So we have bad spirit with number 5. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Number 14, coming down to another 5. In this card is like pulsating. Pulsating, act as if. Act as if, because it's about to happen and we are set up. And this is an energy that's sweeping through your connection here, or your dynamic. Not sure just yet how it applies, we will see. Where should I put it? I should put it here where the connecting energy should be. Because it is. Because it is. But what are we set up for? It is something related to the divine plan. There is a divine plan in place relating this dynamic, related to the career and finances for the collective, for the light workers in particular. And if everything goes as planned, we should all be just fine, is what I'm being told. So act as if you are already victorious in a certain dynamic, in a certain community, in a certain career. In your career you are already... Let's pull more cards. Okay, yeah, number 10, both. Yes, okay. Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. This is in reverse, and this is indeed partner up with the bad spirit. A rebirth is assured. This is how it looks like. There is a certain type of pressure placed on someone in this dynamic, or a group of people, a collective. Then we have number 7, B spirit, sweet results await. It's in reverse also, and this is around the buffalo spirit. Surrounding the buffalo spirit, both on top of the bad spirit. Almost like what I'm understanding from how the setup looks right now is you have been probably feeling that something is coming, something big is coming, and that something big, it is here. It is here, it is the diamond ray, it is the 12th archangel, the 144 frequency, the one that makes us irrefutable strong. The one that makes us very strong and very powerful, and based in that frequency, that is the real abundance. Act as if already happened. Act confident. It's okay for you to be confident. It's okay for you to trust yourself. It's okay for you to make some decisions here. Anyhow, it's going to happen until November 3rd of 2026 is what I'm being told. Anyhow, it's going to happen until November 3rd of 2026. For some. So I think here is a matter of, are you going to take the buffalo by the horns and get to work by yourself, or you are going to wait for the universe to drip the pressure onto you so you can actually do it, act as if. But to do what? Something related to career and finances? Very well. Probably many of you know already. This, I think, this is what it is. It's you getting to that version of yourself that is abundant, that matches the frequency of abundance. That version that says, I don't have to be strong any longer. Hummingbird spirit, be here now, number 34, coming down to a 7. You see, you have 7, 7, 5, 5, and 10, which is 1, if you want. Which one is this? This is the other energy with whom you are in a dynamic with. So you either are the bat or you are the hummingbird. If you ask me, I think you are, from you watching, 30% you are the bat spirit with buffalo and bee in reverse, and 70% the hummingbird. Okay. Horse spirit is in the mix. Horse spirit. If you have been questioning why something doesn't work out in your career and finances, you cannot, or maybe yes, in career and finances indeed, it is because this rebirth has to happen. You need to reach that frequency, you need to reach that vibration, and you do have here control over, if you are the bat spirit, by the way. It applies to the hummingbird spirit also, this other energy. But depending where you are, again, the hummingbird spirit is almost there. And the bat spirit, there is still a little bit of more honey to be embodied with the bee spirit in reverse. Whoa. That one. Scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. Number 52, another 7. You guys, 777551. This very well can be code 777551. What door this code unblocks for you? If you are courageous enough, say it 3 times and see what happens. Magic. Where this goes? Yeah, this is magic that surrounds this dynamic. 777551. So there is a whole lot of magic happening here. You might receive dreams, you might receive a whole lot of activations, you might receive I'm definitely getting in touch with someone, getting a super strong, powerful activation around the sacral and third eye, sacral, solar, throat, third eye, and crown. but I believe it's sacral to third eye and whatever is in between, and the crown probably as a result of the third eye, but the main two are the sacral and the third eye. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so what we have? We have a dove spirit, be peace, number 21, coming down to a 3. This dove spirit is also an energy around the dynamic, and it should be paired up with the scarab here in one corner. And this spirit is saying, listen, collective, through this rebirth, process of rebirth, or maybe multiple rebirths, maybe up to 10 in some cases, act as if healing already happened, or act as if abundance is already there, because it will be at some point. And I guess the idea here is keep your head high, be optimistic if it applies. If the times get too dark for one reason or another, know that they are getting like that because it is a bubble in your axis towards this 144 frequency, this diamond ray frequency where you embodied, to be embodied. This is the journey, this is the path. So be at peace, because everything is well. Even if maybe it doesn't look like it, everything is well. Rhino spirit, number 50, another 5. Huge changes. Huge changes for the collective. Overcome any obstacle, what I was just saying. Yeah. How do you overcome any obstacle? By choosing to be at peace with whatever is happening, by enjoying, embracing the little joys in life that spirit sends you in one way or another. The magic with the scarab beetle spirit. For example, let's say there is this obstacle in the road, right? The obstacle in our path, and things can get quite heavy. Well, in that moment or during that period of time, we get synchronicities here and there. We get we receive a beautiful reading from someone. We get a pet is what wants to come through. We get something that is almost like a testimony from God, from the Holy Spirit, saying, I know it's hard, but be at peace, everything is well, trust. And then we have turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race, number 62. And this is paired up with hummingbird. So this is the other energy in the dynamic. So another 7, bottom of the deck. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. It's upright and in reverse. It's related to that lack of self-trust on the Gemini Sagittarius axis. Okay, in summary, here is you and someone else, or you and someone else, right? Bat and hummingbird, the main energies, the first energies that came out. And what is happening here is we are talking about career and finances. You and someone, you are on this path of discovering, embodying the real abundance frequency, which is related to diamond ray and to 144 frequency, to the archangels. The army of demons that tried or is still attempting to stop this abundance from coming to you, in you, for you to embody it first, is not going to be successful. However, these are strong, powerful forces which can be defeated if you allow yourself to enjoy the little victories here and there, to enjoy the little bits of magic that Spirit sends to you. Holy Spirit is trying to communicate to you in those moments, saying, listen, I know it is how it is right now, but everything is going to turn out to be just fine. If, maybe there is an if here. Act as if. If, and here comes the thing, here comes the thing. If you choose yourself, you choose what's better for yourself in that situation, you choose your dignity, you choose your what is better for yourself in that situation. And I'm seeing the bat here, Spirit, is, as I'm saying that, the bat is turning, it's now is in reverse, right, upside down, telling me that as you do that, the rebirth happened and now the abundance is yours. And we can put the bee back, because in the deck, because you understood, you learned a lesson, you understood the assignment, you passed the test, you moved through the difficulty with you moved through the difficulty and you aced the test here of sorts. Rainbow, flying colors, with flying colors if it applies. And it doesn't have to be with flying colors, which is poo, right? Maybe just little small steps here. If it applies, whoever is on this side with the bad spirit, whatever step forward you take that you know is going to be the right one, because you know here, you have to know. As it comes, you just have to know. Not sure why, how. You will be guided, you are guided, you always are. And it is also related to trusting yourself. Trusting yourself, right? Now, if we are to apply the same concept to the hummingbird spirit, be here now, which comes with turtle, slow and steady wins the race. You mastered something here. If you are the hummingbird, you as you take advantage of some magical current, some magical wind of change here. It is almost like this rhino spirit overcome any obstacle. You know how the rhino is a very heavy animal. In my vision here, the rhino becomes just as light as the air is, as light as this. Okay, so if you do resonate with this hummingbird energy, Spirit is removing here obstacles from your path, my friend. It is almost like with little to no effort from your part, things are changing, and you are advancing on the path that you are towards your career and finances path. There is advanced progress, definitely, and the turtle speaks about the fact that you don't have to take too much action at the moment. You don't have to do much. You don't have to do maybe anything. You know your situation, but it's little to none, indeed. because spirit here is taking care of it. And through that, through allowing spirit to work for you in your favor, and you don't have to do much here, you are mastering maybe the turtle energy, slow and steady wins the race. Maybe with hummingbird. Hummingbird is a very fast moving energy. Zoom, 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 right? Here spirit says, stand still or move slowly, move slowly, move slowly. Because spirit here is taking care of what you think you have to take care of. Yes. Now, act as if you did understand everything that I brought to you here in this dynamic, all this information, if you understood it, and I hope it helps, the chameleon spirit act as if turns upside down, saying, you understood the assignment, now you have to embody what has been said by the Holy Spirit. And what does that mean? You just have to apply what was said, if it rings true to you, right? Indeed. Okay. Now, let's pull a very interesting message tonight. Daily guidance from your angels. Let's pull a couple of cards and then we are done for the day. Whoa, okay. Law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. Okay. Yes, this is just an overall energy and overall advice. Child, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. And this, although it applies to all dynamic, it goes mainly on top of the bad spirit, if you resonate with this side of the reading. With the if you want to apply the child card to the hummingbird spirit, you might be someone that maybe in your childhood, maybe when you were a child, right, there was no caregiver, adult, mature individual that would be present with you, connect with you, spend time with you, one-on-one, or just really be present with you. And that translates now. It is not a big deal. It is not a big deal, by the way. This is what I'm saying here. It's easily fixable for you, hummingbird. Now you might just be very quick on your feet, which is not a bad thing, but it has to be a little bit, you have to slow down here a little bit. Not too much, just a notch, maybe 2 or 3 notches, right? I think it is such a treat in nowadays world, but I see more and more people waking up, and it gives us hope, right? That's a beautiful thing. But such a treat to have someone really wanting to listen to you, man, and really wanting to be present and to, with an open heart, a curious mind, a balanced Geminian energy, really, to adapt that energy, because we are everything. We are not only just one zodiac sign, right? Maybe someone out there needed to hear that. We are all the signs, all the energies. We are all one after all. Anyhow. With a childlike wonder, better said than Geminian energy, here you go, to revolve around you. Hummingbird spirit, right? You hummingbird, you are like that. You are like that. That's such a real, profound, I know it, how wants to come out is tangible, proof of love. Oh, I think our veins are thirsty for that, right? How a gorgeous fellow reader said in one of her readings. Giving and receiving. Is this the card? Okay, let me shuffle a little bit more. Oh, okay. There is nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. And this is for, again, although it applies to the whole thing, it goes mostly for the hummingbird. Be here now. Yes, there is nothing to worry about. You are safe. The situation is under the perfect control of divine providence, you see. And maybe your whole life, hummingbird, you have been the one in control. Look at all these purples and violets. Oh my God, so gorgeous. Maybe you have been in control. You had to maybe you had to take care of your family. Maybe you resonate a little bit here with being a parentified child, right? And you had to be in control. You had to make sure that everything is stable, that, right? And this is a time where God says, we are teaching you that it's okay not to have control at times. And you will see how, in time with time, slow and steady wins the race, everything will fall into place. You just need to be present, be here now, and rest. It is not about caging yourself up. Not sure why it wants to be put like that. It is not about going back into a cage of sorts here. It is about just, if I don't flap my wings for a second, what is going to happen? Maybe there is a belief, or definitely can be related to a trauma, definitely. Because I heard PTSD, by the way, right? Yeah. But indeed, there is not something huge, not something big. Now that I pulled all these three cards, I have to pull a fourth one. Time to go. The sun, more violets, more, I heard indigo child now. From the indigo child to the rainbow, from the indigo to the rainbow. There is maybe, yeah, and we got the rainbow over there. Maybe there is a process of evolution here, becoming a rainbow child from the indigo. whatever that means. No, it's something else. It is something else. It is the passing of you know how in these marathons when people run and they just pass that thing to the next one, and the next one now runs the marathon. So maybe another wave of people in the collective is ready to pick up from where you left it. Okay, bear with me. Time to go. The sun sets. Yeah, it's exactly in the picture. Oh my god. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. And this is really the completion of something. This is the end of something major in your career and finances. Maybe you are about to get a new job or to get the job. Someone here, I have to change the battery, and I still have an idea to touch, is what I'm being told. I'll be right back. Okay, that's that. Now, the last idea I want to touch here before we wrap it up is, okay, law of attraction card, remember? The one that says each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. If we are to come back to the hummingbird situation and to melt this message into there is nothing to worry about message, remember this one which said you are safe. The thoughts that might resurface due to you slowing down, turtle, are because you developed here a mechanism where if I move, if I take care of things, if I do, I'm safe. If I stop, who's going to take care of it? Who's going to take care of me, of life? Interesting. And I don't believe here is we talk about you might be in a situation, hummingbird, where you might think it's a situation where you have to flap your wings and do something, but all might look like, you might feel like all the doors are closed. No one is out there to help you. Despair, sense of urgency, it might be for someone. And if that's the case, you will soon see the path. The point here, the advice here is slow down. You will soon see how everything fell into place. Right? Indeed. Now, time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in our life. Yes, this card for you, hummingbird, this talks about go, 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 do, do, do. This Eight of Wands type of energy is what I'm picking up here with you. Maybe there is an addiction here to a little one, in some cases, to maybe even changing jobs and careers, maybe even to endings, an addiction to pain. If the forest doesn't burn, I'm going to set it on fire. And if you slow down, you might realize, you might find some answers, some situations, you might find some answers to some questions that you have, or maybe answers come to some situations that happened in your life you didn't have questions for. And it might even be a little bit humbling, which will make you somehow slow down a little bit. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm getting over there with you. Now, if you are the bat, if you are this energy, with time to go, the sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. I'm seeing here you might go through a rough patch, is what I'm being told, through a rough awakening. And it's like you are almost trying to slow it down. You're trying to slow it down, but you don't want to slow this down. You have to trust that the key here is to melt into it, to go fully at it, to embrace it fully with an intention, right? You are facing something dark in yourself, outside of yourself, as a mirror of what's inside. You take some deep breaths and you're like, man, okay, I'm not afraid. Because there is really nothing to be afraid of. Is it intense? It might be. It might be. It might be burning from the inside. It might be. But there is absolutely zero reasons to have fear. You know how I think this is a golden information that I'm about to share with you. Fear is one and the same in many cases with the energy of the unconscious. The unconscious is the energy of all potentialities. So when we are in the process of beginning a new career, in the process of becoming successful in something that wasn't done by anyone before us in our family or in the world or in our generation, or something between those lines, we will be faced with a whole lot of fear, right? In order to unlock the door to all potentialities for us, which is something new, which is something that wasn't touched before. It is almost something related to a pioneer spirit, right? You will be faced with a whole lot of fear. So the advice is, there is nothing to be afraid of. You will feel it, but know that there is absolutely nothing to be afraid of. And so you just have to tell yourself, I allow myself to feel the fear, but I want to see what this is all about once and for all. And then you're like, going to the other side, moving super fast through it, and you with flying colors in this case. And you are going to find yourself at the other end of a situation, successful if it applies. You are going to have a victory in no time. Is what I'm getting with time to go, okay? Now, we are still at the bad spirit, so this is still for you if you resonate with this message. If we are to bring together law of attraction and child, law of attraction again said each thought is an investment. Okay, but what is important in this card now is the wolf spirit animal, the deer spirit animal, angelic beings, which are the antidote. Excuse my Romanian English. The antidote to fear, right? When you feel a lot of fear, you can connect with some angelic beings. Maybe you have some angelic beings, angelic presence around you in your life, which wants to shine light over this fear, because fear is a low vibrational energy, which can correspond to a whole lot of demons in oneself, which are a blockage towards us enjoying the all potentialities that can exist for us in a certain timeline, in a certain lifetime, right? And I believe this is related to the child card here, what I just mentioned. Law of attraction and child. What does your children need? What do your children need? When you know, when your needs are met, when the inner child's needs are met, you already know what your children need. Love, affection, and attention. Which one of these does it sound like you need to show to yourself? Or if you have a partner, to ask that partner to help you give love to your inner child, for example. That's conscious healing. It's so beautiful. If you have a partner and you are like, I realized my inner child needs this and this, can you please help me? For example, your partner can cook for you, can run you a bath, can give you a massage, and you in that moment you connect with your inner child, and there is so much love now that comes from within. In the sense, the inner child says, thank you so much for shining light on this disconnection we had. What else here? For some of you, you are going to, as you will do the inner child work, you will get in touch with some very dark corners of the universe which resides within you, right? Very dark, very dark, very dark, very dark. Yes, it is that. And it is that other thing also, right? Have no fear. Have no fear, and be curious about what of all this emotion that's resurfacing. Be curious about the information that's being given to you. Don't react to anything that you feel, see, or you think you understand in a process of major purge. Purge is the word. Release, purge. You might, as I don't know if you guys know this, but when we purge a whole lot from one of the chakras, especially sacral, all that we purge now, it's in our environment somehow for a short period of time. If we're not aware of this, what can happen is all that now automatically, out of nowhere, we start having all these dark thoughts. So we are doing some healing. We start purging the demons, if you want to call them shadow beings, the shadows, the dense energy, right, is now in our environment temporarily, and now we start thinking dark thoughts. So this might be something that will occur for you. So you might want to write this down, you might want to have this information at hand for the next year or so, is what I hear. Right? Write it on your bathroom mirror. Write it on a piece of paper and just put it on your bedroom door. Put it on one of your walls. The super dark thoughts or the super dark energy that might want you to believe you are something that you are not now, or you were, or you did something that you never did, because it can happen. Those are suppressed emotions from generations behind you, collective energies if it applies in some situations, indeed, right? We let that go. Time to go. Okay, that was the message, you guys. Quite long, but very interesting and very beautiful. Thank you very much for being here with me for such a long time. Don't forget, if you are interested in the purification journey, I'll have one available pretty soon, I believe. Also, private readings, private healing sessions, shamanic healing journeys, and masterclasses coming up. If you are interested, send me an email and we are going to take it from there. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.